We're back.
Yes, indeed.
Hi, Wildflowers. I'm Judy.
I'm Carol.
And this is Miss Peggy.
And this is number 71, and that's Sherlock. Sherlock, go lay down.
And this will be airing on St. Patrick's Day.
Well, just
or
before.
right that weekend.
Yes,
Yeah.
But really, it's
March 10th.
March 10th today. Today is the first day of Ramadan, so have a joyful Ramadan,
Yes.
all you who celebrate.
Sure.
So,
absolutely.
and it's also the first day of daylight saving time.
That's right.
I've been corrected. I always say daylight
No,
savings
and a lot of
time.
people do.
Well,
say
it's like
that.
New Year's. People
Yes.
say Happy New Year's.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
one of
Happy
my
New Year
things
Day.
that bothers me.
I
Oh,
say-
really?
I say New
Yeah,
Year's.
yeah.
Happy
No,
New
it's Happy
Year's.
New
Yeah.
Year.
You're right. It's Happy New Year.
Yeah.
It's only 1 year. It's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
One thing I just wanted to say real quick that Merriam-Webster, because being a wordy, we all try different words or whatever. But there's an authority on the English. They're an authority on the English language, and they posted on social media saying that it is permissible in English for a preposition to be what you end a sentence with,
Like
which I was relieved in a way, because as a writer you're trying to be grammatically correct, but
Yeah.
but what the when people are talking, I don't worry about ending the
Yeah.
prepositions, but when the narration and that always I was like, oh, but I'm like, you go through hoops.
I know. It's like people always say, well, what are you talking about?
Right.
So
right,
how do you
right.
not end that with
bitch?
They're catching up with the time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right? So
Yeah.
that's good. Well, good job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
People were doing it anyway.
And
Yeah,
yes. So what else
exactly.
is going on? Because well, we were going to explain that we're going to do this in segments.
Yes. We're going to do it in segments just to make it a little shorter, or maybe you're only interested in the book review part,
Right.
or the wine tasting part, or the discussion part. So we're going to start filming them as 3 different segments.
See how it goes. Like
Okay.
to mix things up.
Yeah, right. We're
Yeah.
always mixing things
Yeah.
up here. So
Really? Yeah. So this week was the State of the Union address. And,
it was, and I was.
We were all watching it together.
Yeah.
well, sort of.
Well, we went
When
at the same
in our
time.
own houses, but we
But
text
texting.
each other.
And I got to be honest, I was debating whether I wanted to watch it or not, because I
was
did not.
scared.
I was scared. I
I was
was really
too.
scared.
I
And
was,
he knocked it out of the park.
Yes, I
didn't-
think he
didn't-
did a very good job.
Yeah, I was definitely so happy, and he was able to sort of off the cuff respond to the
I know.
shouts.
I
and-
love it when he banters with them.
Yeah,
and
like
he goes
he's like-
back at them, and he stays so calm and smiling.
But here's the thing.
And respectful.
The thing.
Yeah.
I mean, that's important.
They are
And-
saying
You're
that
right.
he was shouting like an old man, like, I got your ball from the yard, like.
Are you kidding?
No, people were saying that. I
Well,
saw
They
that.
didn't watch it.
And people are grasping at straws. They're trying to, because it was so well done, and I
Yeah.
think, people are grasping at straws
Yeah.
on the other side, and because they bombed their rebuttal
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
well.
Oh my God.
And I've heard complaints
They
from the
always bomb
GOP.
the rebuttal.
I know,
though.
if it's not the whatever Rubio with the water, and now we had Katie Britt in the kitchen.
Yes.
Message received loud and clear,
Yeah.
GOP, where you want women to
That's
be.
right, Susie Homemaker.
Yeah,
Yay.
yeah.
And she inspired me because
Well.
I spent the whole day in the kitchen yesterday baking. I made cookies for the podcast, little
Yeah.
shamrock ones,
That's so
everything
cute.
from scratch. And
But weren't you insulted? I mean, even if you weren't,
It was-
because can you imagine if they had a man speaking from the kitchen? A
Yeah.
man, you would never see a man
Right, right.
speaking from the kitchen. I mean,
No.
women they can work, at home, and they could cook like you do.
Mhm.
But she's talking in her professional capacity,
I know.
and they put her in the kitchen.
Yeah.
But even more importantly, she straight out lied, because she was talking about the cartel
yeah.
and the young woman,
Yeah.
and how she was like Mr. President Biden, and she made it like it was his fault. This had happened in Mexico, and this happened when I think it was George Bush was president.
Yeah.
It was not even when, and she did not clarify that, and that was
No.
researched. Somebody researched that.
Yeah, that was
based
on the news today. They talked
they did
about
talk
it. Yeah,
about
yeah.
it.
They
And
did talk about it.
that's if you have to pull it
Exactly.
BS.
If you have to go that far to stretch the
That-
truth,
it's-
then you know there's really not much there
Yeah.
to attack the other side with.
Yeah, I mean, well, they have no defense about the border now. I mean,
Right.
they're always going to be on the defensive because they could have signed that bill.
Right. Yep.
We
They
could have had
passed
something.
it, and it's a start. You start from there,
Yeah.
and it isn't as if they didn't get anything that they wanted. They got the
Exactly.
things that they wanted.
Yes.
It was the Democrats who gave up things that they wanted just so that we could get something.
And you hear it's not tough enough. I mean, the same
Mm-hmm.
thing, you heard the same argument with healthcare as well.
Exactly.
It's not a perfect system, but you need
Yeah.
to start somewhere and then build onto
Exactly.
it. And
But it's
they wouldn't go
yeah,
there.
No, because they listen to the puppet master. And,
Yeah.
and
Well, it's funny because I was reading something about because it just always astonishes me that, you know, because this is Women's History Month.
yes.
And I was thinking about how a majority of Americans, like I should say the MAGA people, how women are viewed in this country.
Yeah.
I mean, they elected a president that's an alleged
Misog-
rapist. He is a misogynist.
Mhm.
That whole thing about the grab him by the pussy,
Yep.
I looked up some things about that, and it was quite interesting. And it said, you know, after he said that, 51% of Republican women said they were upset. 65% of Republican men said they were barely or not at all outraged by the remarks. What does that say about
Yeah.
Americans think about women?
Really.
You know, and
Yeah.
then, you know, the whole thing with, you know, Roe v. Wade
Yeah.
and the IVF and...
Well, you know, I
It's-
heard you weren't the only ones that I'm sorry, that I was texting with during the debate, and I'm not gonna say who, but I was texting with a close friend of mine, and I asked, you know, if she was gonna watch it, and she wasn't because it gets her very upset. You know, politics lately in general,
Mm-hmm.
and we don't always look eye to eye on politics, or, you know.
Yeah.
So it's, but you know, we're still good friends. We can have good discussions. And then she said something to me about. She said, you know, when, you know, I heard, this is her speaking, when she goes, when I heard, I'm paraphrasing, you know, friends and people going to marches talking about Roe versus Wade being overturned, or threats to birth control, you know, and IVF and everything, access to it. She goes, that was on the line. I thought they were overreacting.
Yeah.
And I thought there's no way this could happen. So she didn't get involved, and she just kind of looked the other way, and I was like, well, I knew it could happen. I was
Yeah.
one of those that marched, you know, and,
Right.
and
Yeah.
look who we are. So looking the other way doesn't help,
Right.
and people have to speak up
That's
and
what
get
happened in
involved.
Germany.
Right.
You know, everybody
Yeah.
thought
Yeah.
that that couldn't happen. I mean, we have that experience now.
Right.
It can happen.
Yes.
It
And
is
it's-
History is repeating itself
It's
all over the
slippery
world.
slope.
He had Viktor Orban in
Yes, yeah.
Mar-a-Lago.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That is very frightening to
Scary.
me.
It's totally frightening. Very frightening.
It should be scary to anybody,
Yeah.
you know, but
But you know, this one woman who was commenting when President Biden was doing the State of the Union, and she is a Trumper, and when he talked about Roe v. Wade, and she was like, "Oh my God, that was on his watch. How could he blame anybody else?" And I'm like, "You don't know what you're talking about."
Yeah, I
And
know.
that's the part that really upsets me and concerns me, is that these people don't know what they're talking, and I hate to say it, but they're ignorant. And,
Yeah.
and they need to, I admit, I don't know a lot of things too, but then I try to research and
That's
get
right.
more than one point.
You have
of view.
to pay attention, and when you read something or hear something,
be curious.
look it up. Exactly, be curious.
Yeah.
You know,
but don't
yeah,
look it up and you're
That's
total,
right.
You know,
yeah, you gotta. If you Google something, there's a lot of different sources that you can read it on.
But you know what
So-
I Googled this week?
What?
How to make a black and tan.
You did.
So we're not going to have wine today. Notice how I'm changing that.
Yeah.
Well, I decided, because, St. Patrick's Day, even though I don't like Guinness, you do.
I love Guinness,
I thought,
I don't
let's, I don't, okay.
but
so,
I don't like Killians.
oh.
Oh, what do you like, harp?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I asked Natasha for suggestions.
No, that's okay. I used to like Killians.
So we got to do the Killians first to pour in our glass.
okay.
And here's
Yeah.
the bottle opener.
It's
And I
nice
have
and
a
cold.
I have a
Oh,
towel.
There's two people on this earth that know why I can't drink this much anymore, and I won't say why or who.
Oh boy. Oh, okay. We're gonna have a rousing podcast, I think.
All right.
Okay.
Here's yours.
Thank you.
Oh, you're not
we
just
meet
gonna pour a
again,
half a
Killian.
glass?
Oh, you
Everybody?
think?
Yeah, because
All right,
you're
all right.
not gonna need 3 bottles.
All right. Okay.
So pour
Okay,
a half. Go ahead. Pour yours.
So you show me because I didn't watch the video.
First pour
Yeah.
the beer.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Oh, you want me to do it? All right.
Yeah, you're gonna need another bottle. Okay.
Yeah, we'll need another one.
Here. All right. You're gonna need more beer.
Story of my life.
Nice head on mine. Look at
You
that.
have a really good head on yours.
Sometimes.
I have a good head on my shoulders too.
You don't have a head at all on you.
Wow. Do you need another bottle?
I don't know. Let's see.
Here, we could put that over there, I guess. Yeah, we don't have very good heads on ours.
No.
Oh well.
Peggy's
Peggy's
winning
gonna.
this.
Yep, Peggy is winning this. All right. So.
Now
all
this
right.
is my friend's.
Peggy's winning.
All right.
Okay.
So then, you go
Take a
like
spoon.
you go like this.
You're probably gonna drink yours, so.
Ooh.
Slowly.
I usually tilt my glass when I pour Guinness, but I
But you have
guess.
to do it over the spoon, I believe.
Okay. That's what I'm doing.
All right. There's more in mine if anybody wants. Sorry, folks.
Well,
I just-
Niall's coming. We can save it for him.
Okay, that sounds good.
Whoa! I thought I was gonna overflow.
Oh, yours is nice.
Look at
Peggy.
that.
Looks
Hers
nice.
is nice.
Oh, I got it on my book.
Uh-oh. So this is for St. Patrick's Day.
Yes.
So look at
Lunch.
that. That's beautiful.
You have a really much better.
I know.
Yeah, yours looks good.
Judy's is good too, but
Yeah.
mine is
Yours,
better.
you win.
Mine is better.
Oh,
Take
look
a
at me.
picture. Take a picture of mine.
Well, we're
on
oh,
the
oh,
video.
oh. Yeah,
Because
yours
it's
is
a
much
beauty.
better.
Take a picture of mine.
Oh, it's going away. Hurry up. It was down to here.
I'm just adding to the top.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, I toured
All right.
the Guinness factory. Are you going to tour it when you go in?
I don't know. My tour guide will let me know. Well, happy
Okay.
St. Patrick's Day.
Luncha, happy St. Patrick's Day.
Okay, this is going to be interesting.
Oh, nice.
I really didn't do a nice one.
Luncha.
It's luncha.
I'm not hating it.
You would like Guinness. I don't know why you say no, because I think out of all the beers, you would like this one.
It's
A lot of people who like port do not like Guinness.
Oh, I
I know Peter doesn't like Guinness. He
I love
likes other
port.
ports.
I love
that
Guinness.
next sip is a little powerful.
This is getting me in the spirit.
Okay.
Yay.
So, all right. So I know you don't like Killian's, but what is it? Okay.
It's disguised in the
Good.
Killian, and I do like Killian's. I just had a rough time one time with Killian.
Okay.
In Florida, nothing else more to be said.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's good. I mean, I'm not a beer drinker.
Right.
You know, but once in a while, I like a little bit of beer. Like, I can never finish this whole glass.
Oh, I know. I'm the same.
That's
Yeah.
too much for me.
I could.
So, even, you know, if I do have, it's rarely that I do, but if I do have a beer, I usually don't even finish a bottle.
Like what
It's
kind-
very filling.
What type of beer do you usually
That's,
like?
yeah, that's what I was
Like,
going to ask.
I like Blue Points. I like,
is it like an IPA? Is that what you like?
Blue Point's not an
That's
IPA.
not an
Well, they do
They
have
do
some
have
IPAs.
some,
Yeah, they have a couple of different kinds. You know, like I'll have a Corona.
I was just going to
You
say,
know.
I'll drink Corona. Yeah.
You know,
I don't
it's,
like Corona.
there's
I don't
some-
really like beer. I liked that Flying Belgian beer that we used to sell, but
Oh,
that
right.
was
Yeah, that was
that
good.
will knock you on your ass. That was
Yeah.
13% alcohol. That beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
IPAs have a higher concentration of alcohol.
Yeah,
than-
Peter drinks
yeah.
IPAs, but some of them, Samantha bought him some, and he was looking. They were like 15% alcohol. He
Yeah,
said,
that's-
"I can't drink
No,
this
that's
stuff
too much.
anymore."
Wow.
You know, so
Look how
Well-
much Carol's already had.
Well, I didn't
she
know.
didn't fill it up.
refreshing.
Yes, it is.
Well, all right.
Yeah.
Do we give these wildflowers?
Yes, I give it.
Yeah,
I
sure.
give it a 5.
Wow.
Well,
Yeah.
because you like beer, so being someone who's not
Yeah.
a beer drinker and doesn't really like port, I would give this like a 3.
But you did a beautiful job with
I
that,
did.
you
That
know?
was fun. I liked it. Thank
Yeah,
you.
Yeah, mine was worse. Mine was bad.
No,
But all right,
that's
I
bad.
would give it a 4. Because I'm not minding this.
Yeah.
And you're definitely not a beer drinker, so that's a good
Well,
one.
I will have a cold beer, like if I make a batch of popcorn, like I'll drink the whole bottle, the
Yeah.
Corona, and sometimes don't grow Coors Light. My kids.
Oh
do.
yeah,
But
that's
yeah.
water.
When I'm
That's-
out, that's what my kids say. When I'm out, and they go, "Don't embarrass us as an owner."
Yeah.
So but hey,
Oh, this is a good one.
you know.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, happy St. Pat's to you. You
Yeah,
get
yeah.
pour yourself
Yeah.
a black and tan.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you one thing. I would like it better in like a real glass. I don't like this kind of glass.
What's a real glass?
I don't
A
like
pint glass, like a.
yeah, or a lager glass or something. Actually, wire cutter just I always get
I
the
had
wire
other
cutter.
choice of glasses, and I thought, oh, well, we probably have to have these.
No, I hate thick glass, and it's heavy.
It is heavy.
It's ugly.
I don't mind it.
Anyway, but we're going to take a break. But when we come back, Peggy is going to do the book. And what book are you going to be discussing?
I'm going to be discussing my year of rest and relaxation
Yay,
by I don't know how to say
Oh,
her last name.
Tessa.
Mushfig. I should have Googled it. I usually do. I'm very sorry. I'm butchering
She
her
was in
name.
the kitchen all day yesterday.
I was. Katie told me to get in that kitchen, girl.
Well, stay tuned.
Bye,
We're
everybody.
trying
See you
this,
next.
okay? Absolutely. And that's that word
Bye.
again. Bye.